These are my 11 huge mistakes that I did since I started playing Diablo Immortal, and that I wish I knew before, because I'll be so much stronger to go and kick some ass inside Diablo Immortal. So let's dive into it. First of all, it is ignoring the 12 daily gems. For the longest time, I actually ignored the hell out of these because I was a solo player. I didn't play with anyone. I grinded in my own ways. I only parted if I really needed. So I never knew about these. Whenever I actually went to a party and sometimes I got these normal gems, I just thought they were random drops along the way. But no, the way it works in this game, it is that when you are in a party of 4 members, you have a chance to actually get and drop gems. These gems now, they have a tracker, so if you go and you click on the buff and you click here, you can actually see that you are limited to 12 gems per day. So they can actually stack up to 36, which means like you can, if you don't play for 3 days, you can still get them. And here you're gonna get the tracker. So here like 11 about gems today. I still need another extra one. So this is like the first big mistake that unfortunately I could be so much further, but I'm not. Either way, moving on, the second mistake was not doing Ibn's Phantom daily. So this is when you go to West March, there is this statue in the main plaza that I completely forgot about it. Like I think I did it like on the campaign, and after that I never did it. So every day you can go, you go down below, you do like the Sanctum dips, you kill all those mobs and they're gonna give you some keys. Well, to be honest, I got some good news for you. In this new patch, you actually don't need to do that. All you need is to actually send your pets. Your pet's gonna go, they're gonna open the chest, they're gonna give you the keys, and well, you're gonna have a good day because you don't have to waste your time. And hopefully in the future they actually can expand this to more tasks. So really nice. This feature is really important because you want to increase your secondaries abilities. Go with yellow, red, and purple, so you boost your armor and armor pen. Those are the most important secondary stats in the game. The third mistake was focusing on the resonance instead of the secondary attributes. Man, this game is gonna trick you so hard to think that to be strong in this game you really need to spend money. But as a free-to-play player, I can tell you that well, I don't even do anything crazy. I don't have any alts. There are people with like 30 alts doing all these shenanigans, like funneling plat, like, okay, I don't do any of that. I just play the game. I min-max my time inside the game and then I'm out, okay? I got a life, I got things to do. So the way you actually want to do it is like focus on your normal gems, focus on your fortitude, focus on your willpower, focusing on boosting everything that's gonna increase this. And if you have this at a very high value, you're gonna dominate in PvE, in PvP. It's gonna be insane. Resonance in this game is mainly important for your guild versus guild content. It is gonna be mainly for whales. So if you are just like a low spender or mid spender that you just enjoy the game and you know, you don't mind throwing some money here and there, it's completely fine. You enjoy the game, you want to support, cool. But please understand that you will never beat a whale that puts like thousands and thousands and thousands in this game. Those are the ones that they gonna like pretty much dominate the game. So if you're not gonna be this player that are the extreme that you're gonna min-max almost everything, well, I feel like the healthiest way it is to just take a bit more shield. You can be free to play or low spender, you get the battle pass, this and that, and you're gonna be fine. So understand that focusing on your secondaries are always the best way to actually make you more powerful. Next mistake that I used to do, it was this. Whenever I do the account reviews, I see myself in a lot of you because I was you. For the longest time, I didn't understand like how important having the triple sockets was, how important it was like to just like how everything about the set item system works. So don't worry, I'm gonna explain you very simple way. It is first you want to have to match your sets. The set bonus, it is the most important thing, but afterwards you want to actually go and get the set items like this, because whenever you don't have the triple sockets on your neck, on your bracelets, or on your boots, you are losing this blue socket. And as we saw, armor and armor penetration, it is the most important stat, not only for PvE, but mainly for PvP. Another thing that a lot of players don't know, but when you slot these gems, as you rank the normal gems, you also contribute to improve your base attribute percentage. So which means that I got 54 more percent on my base attribute. So it's giving me way more life, 54% more life. That's why whenever you go again against a whale that he has like rank 9 or rank 10 normal gems, which like is gonna take a lot of money, it is pretty much almost impossible to reach there as a free to play, right? You're gonna see a huge difference on these multipliers, because like it probably gonna have what, like probably like I will say like 80%. So in every item as you multiply, and then this is also going to multiply with your resonance. So it's just like, that's why a whale, it is so much tankier and does so much more damage in you, because these things just keep stacking up. So keep improving your normal gems, because if you see here, a rank 6 normal gem, it gives me a 136 armor penetration. This is the same as I had 1360 resonance, because 10 fortitude, it is gonna convert into 1 armor penetration and 1 armor. So that's the conversion. So this, it is super important. So whenever you are not picking, so let's see this guy doesn't have 1, 2, 3, 4 blue sockets. Okay, so this is putting him behind like 600 armor pen, or armor, depends if you want to go more tank, if you want to go more damage. So it's gonna put you like so much behind, and that's why sometimes you are at a higher level, the higher difficulty, and you just don't understand why I'm still so weak. Well, because details matter, and if you don't mid-max these things, you're gonna fall behind. So please understand, if you want to go, I know it's going to take some time, but the way you want to go is like, you want to have at least fortitude and triple sockets on your items, and on your rings you want to go with the blue sockets, unless you are playing with only dots and you go with the yellow for the potency. The red ones are the worst ones, okay? They are literally the worst ones, so don't go with that. So I hope now you understand why going with a set like this is going to make you probably 2 or 3 times more powerful than if you didn't. Another big mistake that I used to do in the beginning of the game, any ARPG or MMO, I used to play Warcraft, I used to play Diablo, I used to play other games, like going with the strength or intelligence is the way for you to increase your damage, right? But in this game, yeah, it kind of works, and it's gonna boost your damage, but that's not really the way that you actually gonna increase a lot your damage. The way you're gonna become way stronger, like you're gonna feel it to become stronger, especially in PvP, and then if you do well in PvP, you're gonna do well in PvP, it is to increase your fortitude. This is the main stat of the game, because it's going to increase your armor penetration, and it's going to be the key stat for you to boost your damage and also to become more tanky. So if your items, they look anything like this, with only vitality and willpower, or only vitality, willpower, intelligence, please understand, this is wrong. It needs, and it's pretty much, if it doesn't have fortitude, it's trash. Okay, straight up, that's how it is. You want to boost as much as you can your fortitude, and then you want to kind of neglect your vitality. You want to kind of neglect also your strength. The only thing that really matters at late game for PvP is going to be fortitude and vitality while you're leveling up. And if you're mainly just doing PvP, you can go, for example, fortitude and strength, or fortitude and intelligence. It's also not bad, but please understand, like, again, if you build for PvP, you're going to do great in PvE, because PvE is quite easy in this game. Let's go. Another one here. Mistake. Oh my god, this was terrible, because I know that how important it is to actually go do some PvP, because it is one of the best ways to get some keys, to get the reforge stones, because reforge stones in the beginning of the game, they give you like candy, but then they become like super hard to get. We kind of need a bit more, but if you don't do the PvP battlegrounds to actually go and rank up until legend, it is theoretically a min-max mistake to do. But I will say that in the beginning of the game, if you're like in your first month or maybe 2 months into the game, you're not even on the highest current difficulty, you don't have your character build, like your gear ranks are not even like 21 or 26, you're just gonna be extremely weak. You don't have enough resonance, you don't have enough secondary stats. So if you go into PvP, you're just gonna be smacked. Smacked not only by whales, but people that you think that they are spenders, then they are not. With my current gear, as I mid-max the game, even though I'm free to play, I can actually go and beat some higher resonance players than me, just because I doing things and I min-maxing things as I should. I actually got one of the best guides for PvP in this game. It is a 36 points checklist that I made back in the day for my guild. It is still very useful. If you guys, I'm going to put down below in the comments so you guys can actually go and check it out. If you follow those 36 points, trust me, you go from like 0 to hero. You're going to do so much better, but you have to understand how you have to craft and build your character for PvP to become the strongest as you can. So I hope this helps you to understand that if you're playing PvP before you are even strong, your experience is going to be terrible. It's going to be the same as mine. I used to hate to do PvP until I understand a few things and I started realizing that, hey, even as a free-to-play, I can actually still do something inside the BGs. Then I also understood I can beat at least low spenders or mid spenders. And the biggest thing that I understood is was, okay, not even low spenders or mid spenders in this game can actually beat a whale. So it doesn't really matter, okay? If you spend on this game and if you are not part of like those big whales, you're still gonna get smacked. They are very, very powerful because they just put thousands of dollars. And if you're okay with this fact, if you can live okay with this, you can still enjoy PvP. If you don't, well, if you just enjoy PvE, in my opinion, get the legend rank and then you're done. Now is easier than before. Until like you go to like gold 1, you have like a bunch of bots. You're just gonna fly through the ranks and you're probably gonna get legend in a few games. Hopefully it's not gonna take you a long time, and it is super important because at the end of the season it's gonna give you 70 and 76. No, I think like this for me because I'm a bit more higher legend rank, but I think it's like 66 normal gems and 42 reforged stones. So have in mind, this is super important for you to actually go and keep progressing on a character. Another mistake that I used to do that took me a long time until someone, a veteran player, told me was like, I used to go all the time, teleport, salvage, go back to the circle farming, open world farming, fill up my inventory, go back to the city, come back, etc, etc. And until they told me, well, you don't have the salvager pay threat, and I was like, what the hell is that? I don't know what it is. So in this game, pets, they have traits. A few they do improve your damage, but they are like these special traits, including the salvager that, if you read here, allows you remote salvaging. This is such a time saving because I used to waste so much time because probably if you don't have this, your menu is going to look like this, right? But once you have it, you're going to unlock these that when you click, pretty much you're going to be able to select everything that is trash on your bags. The pet is going to salvage, is going to come back, and happy days. You can keep farming. It is so good. So if you don't have this pet, the best way is to actually go into West Marsh to the action house and try to buy the cheapest possible. Then you put on your pet mounts and you're just gonna trust me, you're gonna save so much time. It is worth the plat. It is 100% worth the plat, especially in the beginning of the game, because you're gonna farm a lot to boost those gear ranks. So please don't be like me and waste a lot of time. Another one, the same thing, but now more when it comes to pets. I neglected pets a lot, especially in the first months. I didn't understand, I didn't interact with it. I didn't even knew about what it was Savior because I was not doing PvP. I was just getting inside the battlegrounds and I was dying instantly. I didn't have the gladiator cheat that. I didn't have any of these. So please, if you want to improve like by 10,000% your experience, try to get the pet with the Savior. Is the only thing that matters. Any pet, like you don't need a cat, you don't need any, just any pet that has the Savior. It is gonna improve your experience by a lot. I know that in a few servers they are very expensive, so you just have to go and keep track on the action house to try to snipe these for the salvage, for the Savior. Try to go and buy the cheapest one, doesn't matter what it is. But if you're like a bit more late game, you already have like one of the cheapest one and you want to upgrade into a better one, well, you can try to go with one that will have a higher resilience, and the higher resilience it has, the lower the cooldown is going to be of your Savior. So right now mine is at 75 seconds. I'm pretty happy with it. I think this costs like 50 plat or some 50k plat, so I'm happy with it. I'm probably gonna stay with these. So even though you're a bard, please don't neglect these, because savior, it is really, really important. The other one was, again, because I was too focused on building my resonance, because that's what the game tells you. You have to build your resonance above all, etc., etc. No. So on the Hills Trader that's going to be near the PvP NPC, you actually want to go, and every week you want to buy all your normal gems, all your aspirant keys. You want to also buy the monthly legendary gem and the Turtleic Pearl. Okay, these are the things. Also, every few hours you have a limited tab that you always want to go there and check it out. If there is normal gem, if there is normal gems, you want to buy it. I have a full in-depth guide when it comes to these, but understand that on the Hills Trader, you 100% always want to buy whatever is going to boost your secondary stats, and then whatever is the rest remaining at the end of the Sunday, you buy the some rare crests here and there, and then happy days. Another one was that Reliquary on Mondays and Thursdays, you're gonna have to do the raids, or you should do this. That's when they reset. So here I will tell you that while you are leveling up, you want to go with the demonic remains that they drop from these Reliquarian bosses with the highest combat rating. Because you're leveling up, your main focus, it is to keep progressing on the difficulties. It's not to min-max your stats, it's not anything like that. Just highest combat rating items possible, gear, anything that's gonna give the highest combat rating, that's what you should go with. Okay, once you reach to the highest current difficulty, like right now is Inferno 4, in the future you want to be Inferno 5, 6, 7, I don't know, then you start to min-max your gear. So whenever you are at the highest current difficulty, then whenever you go and you kill these demonic reliquary bosses, you want to go and shift them into just be fortitude and willpower. This is what a late game player build should look like, because again, fortitude is going to boost your armor and armor penetration, and willpower is going to boost your resistance and potency. It's going to make you very strong when it comes to PvP, and that's how I keep using. Last one, but not the least, the last huge mistake that I did for the longest time. I came from Diablo 4 and Path of Exile, right? I used to play mainly solo. There is this mod called Solo Self-Found. It's like pretty much everything you have to get it from the floor, or you have to pretty much craft it. These are the two systems. So this mindset is the one that I always play the game, and I played this game, Diablo Immortal, also with that same mindset for like probably like 2 or 3 months or something, until I realized certain things. The normal gems that, you know, I have to start partnering up with people because I want to do the raids, because if you do the raids with 4 members from your warband, I can buy these internal legendary crests, and internal legendary crests are super important for you to get your 5 stars. So I started understanding that, man, I actually need to play with people, because this game kind of incentivizes you to go and play with people. And along the way, I just realized that, okay, actually playing with people, finding a cool group, then joining a really good clan with friendly people makes it so much easier to actually go and just, if you want to do a party for your dungeons, for terror rifts, for raids, for whatever you want, it just makes everything so much easier. So try to go into an active guild. Once you get to an active guild and you build yourself like very strong, then if you want, you can go and try your shot at becoming an immortal. So you apply to one of the top shadow rank clans, and then if they accept you, maybe you can get and become part of one, and along the way you can become an immortal. I've been 2 times immortal. As a free-to-play player, I know my place. I know I can only help the guild so far, but I try my best, and that's what you can do. So at the end of the day, not joining a warband and a clan actually set me back a lot. There are a lot of things, and my character could be like so much stronger now if by day 1 I started doing things as I was supposed to. So I hope you guys learned with my mistakes. If you are still here, please don't forget to go and type cheese in the timestamp in the comments, so I know that you guys are the legend that keep carrying the channel. We are trying to reach the Diablo Immortal official number of subs. We are getting there. So with this, I hope this helped you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Catch you guys next one. Peace.